You have been working on your child's executive functioning skills, but you're beginning to wonder if things are getting better or they might actually be getting worse. If so, you might be making these very common mistakes that parents make all the time when it comes to improving your child's executive functioning skills. But before we go any further, I want you to know these mistakes aren't your fault. They're not because you did something wrong. They're not because you were doing something intentionally on purpose. You're gonna see that the mistakes are not so obvious. But don't worry, because I'm gonna break down the 3 mistakes and what you can do instead so you can actually see some progress and make life easier for your kid morning, noon, and evening. And make life easier for your kid at home, at school, and on the playground. I'm Nicole Santa Maria, and we're gonna get right into the 3 mistakes so you don't have to make them. Mistake number 1 is us coming in to rescue them. What does this mean? This means they forget something, they lose something, they can't figure something out, and instead of them figuring out how to do the thing, we, with our magical frontal lobe, come in, swoop, save the day. Well, the mistake here is that by us coming in to fix it, is we take away an opportunity for that from them to start using their executive functioning skills to solve whatever the problem is or to come up with a solution, right? So we take an opportunity away from them, and in addition, by us coming in and doing it for them, depends what kind of personality you're dealing with, right? Some kids are gonna love it and they're gonna be like, awesome, because now I don't have to do it. Other kinds of kids are going to be like, wow, I guess they came in and did it for me because I really can't do it. And that is the worst solution here, right? I'd rather have a kid not have math homework, not have lunch, not know where their one shoe is, than them think they can't do it. I almost would rather the spicy, sneaky one that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna not do my, find my stuff so that somebody else can do it for me. So we want to avoid that at all costs. And here's what you can do instead of rescuing them. One way, and probably maybe a very common one you'll hear in the internet, is let them figure it out. Let them forget the thing, let them go without the lunch, let them lose their item. Eventually, they will figure it out. Maybe, but if you're here watching this video with me, chances are you've tried this natural consequences before and it hasn't really worked out. So instead of that solution, let's do this instead. Let's pause, let's ask questions, and let's see if they're able to come up with the solution or with a possible solution, right? What we really want is for them to start thinking independently to solve their own problem. It might be a missing shoe, it might be a missing paper that they need for homework, it might be a sock, their favorite shirt, who knows, it could be anything. But giving them the opportunity to start coming up with possible solutions as to where this missing item is, how can I approach looking for it, we're basically teaching them how to think for themselves when we're not there. Mistake number 2 that I see all the time is too many reminders too frequently. And the problem with this is, I'm not saying that our kids do not need reminders, because they do need reminders, but they do need reminders in a system that works for the kind of kid you have. It's a slippery slope between micromanaging and reminding. If we're giving constant reminders without any boundaries, without any structure, our kid's brain is just waiting for us to tell them, okay, next, don't forget this, don't forget that. So what I want you to do instead is, I want you to preview what is expected, what does it look like, what does it feel like, what does it sound like, and then have them repeat it back to you and have them walk through the steps of what they need to do. You are going to get eye rolls here, that's okay. Having them hear it from you and give it back to you lets us know that it's in their brain. Now, you can still provide the reminder. The reminder can be more putting the responsibility on them. Hey, remember when the bell rings, it's time for us to blank. Hey, remember, I need you to get these 3 things. Where are you going to put them so you remember? Oh, okay, I put myself a Post-it note here. Or what's the best way for me to remind you? Then they're taking some kind of ownership as to what this reminder needs. Remember, if your kiddo has a terrible working memory, they need the reminders, right? The reminder could be a bell, it could be a song, it could be you, it could be a tap on the shoulder, but having them be responsible for what kind of reminder, having them participate in the conversation for what kind of reminder works well for them to remember. Practice being independent. That's the secret sauce with reminders. Another mistake I see over and over again is we teach the skill, we have the conversation, we let them come up with support that is going to help them be more independent. They do the thing, they use the supports, they are right on it. And then the next day, we expect them to learn it all, and we remove the supports, we remove the cues, and then it's like 50-50. Is it gonna work? Maybe, maybe not. So removing the supports way too soon is a very common mistake. I like to say we do it together, right? Then I'm going to be supporting you. That might be visually, that might be a check-in, that might be a reminder. And then the last piece of this scaffolding is going to be you get to do it on your own in a way that we've been practicing, that you have been successful with, and you're going to use me as your accountability partner, and you're just going to check in and be like, hey, the thing is done. Hey, this worked well with the thing. I forgot the thing. Sometimes they're going to forget. So removing the supports too soon, don't do it. This is exactly why I created the Executive Functioning Guide that gives parents like you a step-by-step on how to get a really good idea of what executive functioning skills your kid struggles with. In the next video, I'm going to walk through exactly how executive dysfunction shows up in your kids, and when you know exactly which executive functioning skill is their weak link, you can really come in and provide the supports and the scaffolding that are really going to make a difference for your kiddo. So go ahead and watch the next video that's right here, and don't forget in the next video to go ahead and grab your executive functioning guide.